I'm going to have another go at using the 40 to 150 f2.8 for wildlife photography. I've been out with this lens a few times now, and so far I've not actually had a sharp image, and I've had much more success with the 40 to 150 f4 to 5.6 than this lens, which is really curious. And you won't believe this, but there is a part of me, a small part, that thinks, have I fallen for the hype on social media about how sharp this lens is? And is it really as great as everybody keeps making out? Is it that fantastic lens? Well, it is only a small part of me, because I think the video I'm getting for this lens is brilliant. So I'm certain it must be the settings I'm using or just my photography skill that's just not up to it for wildlife photography. So I've come out today to this park. I've come out to Boultham Park, where there's a nice lake and there's often ducks and geese and all the usual stuff you see in lakes. And I'm hopeful trying to take a photo of a bird that's going at a much slower speed is going to enable me to get a sharp picture. And that's what I'm aiming to do. So let's have a look. There's ducks and geese and black-headed gulls and even moorhen at this lake. I'd be happy to get a picture of a moorhen, but I should, without too much effort, get a picture of a duck and a goose, etc. So I'll set up and I'll show you what I'm doing. When I take these pictures of birds, I like to get as low as I possibly can to the water. And I think it's a fairly true for any wildlife photography. You want to get eye level if you can. And because these birds are usually floating on water, means you've got to get right down as low as the water. And because I'm really low and I've got the camera, this massive lens in my hand, I think it's going to be a bit tricky for me to show you actually the shot that I'm taking, apart from showing you the video. But let's see how I do. Let's see what happens. And of course, the other negative I've got about lying on the ground beside a duck pond is that it's full of duck and geese poo, and I'm likely going to be laying on duck and geese poo, which is not a very attractive prospect. Oh, the things you do to get the shot, eh? So I don't know if you can see this, but I've got the camera right down to the bottom of the water, and currently I'm on about 70 mil, and it's really difficult to hold the camera still and try to get focus and with both hands. So I'm probably unlikely to be able to show you exactly what I'm doing, but I'll show you the video and you'll at least get an idea of the actual picture I'm trying to take. I've been here a couple of minutes, and so far I've got a couple of pictures of ducks, a coot and a moorhen, which is great. I've put my little shotgun Rode mic on there so that I can hopefully pick up some of the sounds that you can hear. Hopefully that works when I'm doing a bit of video. So I'll get back down there. I'll try and get a bit of video and show you what's going on. It's mostly mallards, and the moorhens and coots go so quickly across the lake, and the black-headed gulls are just too far away. So that's why most of this video I've just taken pictures of mallards. Settings wise, I'm on shutter priority on 1,000th of a second, so it'll give me any aperture. It doesn't matter in it, for me at least. And I've got the ISO set to a maximum of 2,000, because I think, having tested this camera at length, I know I shouldn't go above that. As you can see, I've got 1/1000th of a second, and it currently thinks I'm sort of underexposed. But because of the bright light on the water, I think I need to overexpose a bit, because that's giving me the wrong reading. So I'll go slightly overexposed. So I might have to bring that shutter speed down. The birds are not really moving, so I don't really need that big shutter speed, that fast shutter speed. But I'll persevere with this, I'll keep trying, and I'll hopefully get a nice shot. I really like the scene with the duck in the duckweed, but it's so difficult to keep focus. I've decided not to use the teleconverter, because I think the 150 reach on this pond, on this lake, is plenty, and I seem to be getting close enough to the birds to get a decent view. I've just got one single focus point right in the middle of the screen, hoping that's going to be enough. I could expand it a bit, because especially in video, birds are coming in and out of focus, but I'm going to persevere with that to see if that works. Of course, this camera doesn't have bird detection or animal detection. It just has human face detection, that's all it does. So that's a disadvantage for me. But it's worked for many, many people over many years, so I don't think I can really blame the equipment. I did bring some bread with me, thinking I might need it, but of course there's always people that come to this lake and throw bread or some sort of food into the birds. And within seconds, as soon as that bread goes in the water, there'll be hundreds of them around. Just down below me, there's a little family of coots, that have 2 parents and 2 chicks, and I managed to get a little bit of footage and a couple of pictures. Fingers crossed they're okay. Fingers crossed my 40 to 150 actually is working and is sharp. We'll find out in a minute. Well, in fact, I'll show you in a second. I hope you've enjoyed the video and I hope you like my pictures. If you have liked this, why not give it a like? That would be awesome. And if you're enjoying my photography content, it would be fantastic if you would subscribe to the channel. It would help me out massively. It would send that a signal to me that you're enjoying this photography journey I'm on and you're coming along with me, and that would be awesome, and it would give me that impetus to carry on and do more. If you have already subscribed, thank you very much. And if you do now, that's awesome. Thanks very much, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheerio. Not all of these images are sharp. But sharp enough to tell me it's not the gear that's the problem. It's definitely my photography skill. And practice makes perfect.